Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who has decided that they want to have a different attitude or perspective, or maybe they want to be more selective in like the next couple of chapters, right? I've learned my lesson. I've had some issues with I think dealing with toxic codependent relationships. And it feels to me like that's what you're saying. I'm good on that. No more need apply. We're good. You're just interested in this Six of Pentacles energy. So, what do you bring to the table? I'm going to make sure that I am, matching that, or I am seeking to have some sort of equitable partnership instead of one person that is giving, 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 and another person that takes. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day so far. I hope you have some nice weather. Hello, Steven. Hello, Dwayne. Hello, Holy Yoga. Hello, Corey. I hope you're great today. If you would like a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. And I've also recently launched memberships, so go ahead and check those out. I think we'll start with the Tattoo Tarot this morning. What else do we have? Queen of Cups, Three of Swords, Emperor in the reverse. Will you still love me if I tell you you were part of the problem? Look, you are a big old lover, okay? You, no matter what your gender is, you are this Queen of Cups. You make people feel good about themselves in one way or t'other. There's something about you that draws in people who are unhealed. Now, am I saying you're the entire reason that you've had unhappy relationships? No, it takes two to tango. But you're like, oh, hello, Emperor in the reverse, who needs to go through some healing and probably isn't ready to be in a relationship. Want to get married? Want to live together? Don't hate me, but like you weren't necessarily constructing the boundaries that you needed to protect yourself from those that would be controlling. And I think in part it's because you may have run into people who did the love bomb and gaslighting approach, where there was enough of that positive energy or that loving connection for you to kind of look the other way with that Three of Swords energy. Okay, well, you're a jerk every 14 days, but hey, I get 13 days of golden sunshine. It's great. You are a little too forgiving, my friend. You are the Queen of Cups. People love you. You show others love, but you tend to be the one who gets their heart broken. And that's something you've decided is not going to be the same anymore. Hopefully because you have determined that boundaries are necessary, or that telling people no is a perfectly acceptable thing to do in your life. Seven of Cups, Six of Swords in the reverse, and Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. I'm proud of you. See, it's worth it when I call you out, because usually I end up telling you, you're good, you got it, look at you go. Yes, there was some illusions that you fell for in the past. Yes, there were some people that you probably knew better and you were like, oh, it's gonna be fine, it's all right. Now you're like, no, you know what? I'm going to be more honest with myself about what I see in 6 months, or what I see in 12 months or 36 months. Could I see this person treating me the way that I feel I deserve to be treated? If I don't, then why would I invest in that? I'm going to have a more selective process. And those that are controlling or codependent, I'm not going to consider those anymore. Hello, Jess. How's it going? Hello, key controller. What's happening? Knight of Wands in the reverse. Oh, we're doing this already? Nine of Wands. And the Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's an honest conversation or some introspection that our Queen of Cups is having with themselves, basically saying, I have dealt with unreliable people or unreliable partners. I have felt like I always had to pick up the pieces, but I probably could have avoided some of this if I had been more honest with myself about the person that I was dealing with. Hey, you're not alone. You got to forgive yourself and pick yourself up and keep moving, because now you know what this is. Now you know what to work on, or now you know what you're changing. You've realized you put yourself in situations where you kind of got mistreated by people. This Ten of Swords with the hands on the swords is always for me, I have some responsibility in this. But you know what's great about that? It means you are totally capable of making that change. You can do something different and not end up in those situations. You're not asking somebody else to make a change or do something they don't feel like doing, like, putting away clean laundry. You're in charge. So, Four of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Two of Wands. Here's what you're going to do more often, or here's what you've already started to do. If that is something that does not appeal to me, in the past, I maybe wouldn't have said so, or I maybe would have just kind of like, let's go with the flow. Now you're rejecting things. Now you're saying no. No is a full sentence. Hello? Is it Tay? Yes. You are great. You already know I'm going to ask. I had to pull back to the last time I think I saw you. I said, it's like somebody I went to high school with who was adorable. So I just have to make that connection. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Lemonade. What's happening? So again, I'm proud of you. You are learning how to tell people no, or you are getting much better at telling people no. You might be telling people no sooner. It's the opposite of Bruce Almighty. Right? Is that the movie? No, what's the one where he says yes to things? Is it that one? Anyways, the point is, not everyone deserves to get a yes from you. Not everyone deserves to get into your nightclub, okay? You've now hired a bouncer. You're now taking a different approach. Now you're like, oh, you know what? You're not good enough. Sorry. Them's the rules. You want to work on yourself? Come back around. Not be so codependent. Not be so controlling. Maybe we can talk. But until then, I probably shouldn't flip anybody off. But yes, that would be the general sentiment. Hello, daughter of Saturn. How are you doing? Yes, man. That's the one I was looking for. But also Liar, Liar, man. What a classic. I can watch that every day and still laugh at it. So we've got Archangel Michael and Karmic in the reverse. Yeah. You are there, my friend. You see it. You're like, yeah, I think there were warning signs and I just didn't pay attention to them. How many of you have gotten lost because your GPS navigation on your phone decided to go weird? Maybe you were driving around in the mountains. Maybe you just had your cell phone die or something. But sometimes we rely on things that are meant to guide us. When they fail, we have to be able to figure out how to do it a different way. Some of you may have had a friend or even somebody in your family, maybe a sibling. You might have had some guidance that was just not great. Okay. Like a friend who's like, oh no, that person looks great. You should totally date them. But they're not. You got to be in charge of what that compass is and how in tune your intuition is, right? Hello, Hello, Julia. How are you doing? Hello, Laura. What's happening? Hello, Upper Echelon. Oh my goodness. That's fun. So if you weren't mad at me earlier, you might be mad at me now. And a one, and a one. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes you go for the booty. Friends, I love you. But sometimes you go for the booty when you should be going for the substance, right? Are we going for somebody who knows how to make out? Are we going for somebody who makes you want to be in a relationship? Are you letting things progress too quickly on the physical front? Are you not as concerned about the attributes that are not related to physical intimacy? My friends, I feel like you are refocusing. You're like, you know what? I used to kind of like maybe go for people that were just a little bit too attractive, but not really like on my level. Oh my gosh, what's up, Sierra? How are you doing? So we have a change. It's like, okay, yes, congratulations. You are hot, but I don't want to date you. Congratulations. You are funny. I have a good time with you. But I think you're controlling. So, thanks, but no. You're remembering the past that has happened. You're taking into consideration the patterns that you've noticed. And you're like, haha, nice try. You may have got me last time, but not now. Too smart for you. So even though there are people who are going to get obsessed with you, people who are going to fall in love with you, people who want to see you without any clothes on, you, my friend, you're working on a little fence around your energy. You're not going to just let people, oh gosh, can I say that? You're not just going to let people come and go as they please. I'm sorry, you guys. I had to because I really do love that gas station. It makes me laugh every time. Hello, I'm Carmen, your mature tarot reader. What's up? Are you all right, key controller? Don't be mad at me. All right, we've got Page of Wands and the Moon. I'm a Magician. I'm so proud of you. Look at you go. So, as opposed to what you used to do, which was maybe a little bit too forgiving or a little too welcoming to people, now you're like, yes, there's actually an application process. I'm just gonna need to scan you real quick. Oh, sorry. Looks like you're codependent. Can't get involved with you. You're doing a little bit more of the actual vetting process. You are being more selective, like I said. And I think that also, it's not just with the people that you're potentially dating. It's with the people that you listen to. So who are your friends? Who's giving you advice? Who influences your decisions? I think you are being more independent, listening to your intuition and not really caring too much about what other people say. And you're also being much more cautious in terms of who's this person that I'm potentially, spending time with? Who are the individuals that are expressing interest? And do they have patterns that remind me of previous people? Hello, Johnny. How's it going? This is great. I'm glad. Thank you, Key Controller. What's up, Jess? Lemonade. What was the joke, I wonder? Oh, no, you guys. I did it again. I think it went like way... Oh, damn it. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't do that right now. We'll come back later. I try. I really do. Okay, so we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Devil in the reverse. That's where we like him. And the Three of Cups. Yes, I like this. I like this a lot. You are focusing on the long term. So you're thinking to yourself, okay, could I tolerate this person over a meal? That was like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe even 5 months ago. But now you're like, could I put up with yours in like 10 years? No. No. Then you're like, nah, not even going to get there. Not even going to try because I'm not going to get stuck in a situation if I don't see some sort of long term, right? So that Ten of Pentacles is the focus on long term. And that's what's guiding you with regards to the people that you actually spend time with, the people that you consider your friends, but more importantly, the people you bump uglies with, okay? Yeah. No more of that. Six of Pentacles just fell out. We'll see if it'll... Well, kind of like fell back. We'll see if it comes back out. Sorry. Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. This is so great. I'm so proud of you. Knight of Swords. On guard. You are trying to find that happy medium, right? You want to make sure that you still do have the ability to connect to people that are genuine, the people who want to do right by you. This Ace of Cups, I feel, is you loving yourself, right? I love myself enough to know that if it's time to walk away, it's time to walk away. I mean, you know, enjoy the view. It'll be the last one you get. This is somebody who's saying, I don't need to like sit there and put up with stuff when I realize this isn't the party I want to be at. This isn't the job I want to work. This isn't the relationship I want to be in. If it's not working out for me, Eight of Cups. Toodles. Sayonara. Adios. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse again. Where do we have that? There we go. And the Ten of Swords again. Oh, there's somebody who's a little sad that you're getting more respect for yourself. And that's a real good indicator that that's somebody who shouldn't be in your life. What's that? You like me better when I didn't care about boundaries and whether or not people were respectful towards me? Go fuck yourself. This is somebody who's going to potentially have an argument with you or somebody who may be trying to figure out why you've changed. This could be an ex for many of you. This could also be a close friend. But look, if anybody takes issue with you having more respect for yourself, they ain't worth your time. Not even a little bit. We just have to find the right balance, right? You don't want to be overbearing. You don't want to be suspicious. You don't want to be a jerk. But if somebody has a problem with you walking away from a situation that doesn't make sense for you because you respect yourself, I think you know why. It's because people who don't respect themselves put up with situations and people who also don't respect them. So if I do the math, you were hoping to take advantage of my not respecting myself. Okay, noted. You're not into that anymore. You're not okay with that. You're not going to put up with it anymore. So now we have, I guess we could call this the good Ten of Swords. You're putting someone else on notice, or you've ended a friendship, a connection, a pattern of behavior. This is not just that you're breaking up with one person. This is like, I'm done with that whole vibe, the whole thing. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. I don't have to like visit a graveyard today, do I? She's one of my favorite people. She's so freaking funny. All right. 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords in the reverse, and the Hanged Man. You are decisive. You are unwilling to put up with crap. You're being honest with yourself about situations that previously put you in more of like a, what do I do? What do I do? Which could be why we're talking about advice from friends. If you're the type of person to be like, man, that's really not cool. I can't believe they did that to me. Let me go talk to my friend about it and see what they think about it. Wait, but don't I actually know that that's not acceptable behavior according to like my own handbook? Oh, you don't have a handbook? You guys, what are you doing? Come on, get to it. Hello, Rachel. How are you doing? This is somebody who's saying, you know what? Maybe I don't really need other people to like validate my decisions. If I don't want to be in a connection like this, if I don't think this is a good friendship, or if I don't think that somebody's being respectful towards me, then I can have that conversation. I can have some sort of, block put in place or back away from the connection, whatever I need. Hello, SL Prime. How are you doing? Hello, Khalil. Prime, I do have a lot of playlists, so there's something that could be helpful for you there. Otherwise, I do offer personal readings. Knight of Cups in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And the 3 of Wands. Okay, so you probably know this. I feel like you do. I feel like this 3 of Wands is you. I'm not saying you're 100% sitting at a window front, but I feel like this is about you having the ability to see. So it could be like social media. Somebody just like lose their shit over the fact that like you respect yourself now. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing that. When you let people have access to you, or when you let people disrespect you over a long period of time, and then you decide to have boundaries, or you react to how they mistreat you, they like to make it seem as though you're the problem, right? You're going to have people that make it seem like you are just completely unreasonable for having like requirements, right? For not wanting to be treated the way that they treat you. That's fine. You can be mad all day, but I'm not going to change what I feel is required for you to be in my sphere, or I'm not going to sacrifice or compromise on the respect I know I deserve because you're not up to it. That just means we don't hang out, man. That's all right. You let me know when you figure it out. But you're going to have some people that are mad. Okay. Be mad. It's not your responsibility to keep everybody happy by not having rules or boundaries. Trying really hard not to say what I want to say. Well, can I say it? I feel like I could say it. I mean, like, just tell them to suck it. Like, honestly, like, sorry. I have zero patience for people who think that you should have zero respect for yourself. Yeah, exactly. Hello, Anita. How's it going? Voyager, what's going on? Yeah. So we have the Hermit and the Temperance card. Oh, I like this. I love this for you. Look at you go. Yes, yes, yes. Look at how powerful you are. Look at how happy you are. Why? Because you can't even hear any drama. It's just like birds singing and crickets and I don't know. What's that like longhorn thing? Didn't they use them in the Ricola commercials? Ricola. I'm just saying things are about to be a lot more peaceful because you're not dealing with this kind of energy anymore. It enables you to work on the things that you need to. Maybe there's things around your house. Maybe there's things in your family. Maybe there's things at work that you need to work on, but you're not dealing with other people's BS anymore. You certainly don't have to be asking your friends, how do I handle this? Oh, you know. Hello, Burger Kings. I assume you were agreeing with my earlier comment and not directing that at me. Hello, Matt. How's it going? Hello, DP. Is that for Dr. Pepper? So we've got 5 of Swords in the reverse, 8 of Cups, and the Hierophant. Have I told you in the last 10 seconds that I'm proud of you? I really am proud of you. Because look at this. You are breaking a pattern. For some of you, this is a generational curse. Have you noticed that this is a pattern in your family? Are you the first one to stop doing this? Don't you stop. You keep blazing that path. You will teach other people how to do it too. But this 5 of Swords, it's in the reverse because you're not going to sabotage yourself or your situation just because you used to not walk away. Now you're like, oh, walking away? No, I'm real good at that. Who needs to walk away? I got the tennis shoes already. What's up? I don't care. I'll walk away because I have to stay true to myself. I have to be willing to let go of connections if they don't line up with my requirements, right? Moonwalk away. I like it. All right. Let's get a few cards from the Love Oracle. We ain't talking about that. Just saying. Aw, thank you, Rachel. All right, what else do we have? Oh, Lord. Some of you are dealing with a twin flame journey, which is, I think, a big part of how you've learned to establish those boundaries or make sure that people understand that it's important to be respectful to you. And this is crazy. This card is right below the history card. So there's been enough time, right? Enough time for you to realize that there's a different way to approach this, that you really did try to let people do right by you. But if they aren't going to do right by you, then you have the ability to change the process by being more selective early on. I don't need to wait 6 months to figure out whether or not you're a good person. I'll see who you are before I let you in too close, right? Because some of you like bumping uglies. Sorry, guys. I love you. But sometimes you lie to yourself or you see what you want to see in a person because you want to see certain things in that person. Because you want to get naked with them. I'm just saying. It's probably not even worth it. You're probably like, oh, I thought it was going to be great. And then you're just kind of selfish. Wow. I never would have seen that one coming. I love you. But when you are more selective with the people that you connect with, you probably would run into better naked time. Just saying. You guys are funny. Yes. Well, love thy neighbor, but, same rules apply. Also be careful with, that proximity. So we've got apology, forgiveness, return, and sorry, and obsession, infatuation, adoration, and addiction. So you're going to be getting an apology from someone in your past that you've probably cut off or, decided you didn't really want to keep in your life. But I think you don't want to hear from this person. They're going to apologize. They're going to make an attempt. Is it going to be like a worthy attempt? I don't know. I don't know if they could do something to change your perspective on them, because it does feel to me like this is a friend or a romantic interest that over multiple situations showed you that they kind of suck. That they just like they weren't putting in the effort. They weren't willing to consider your side. They were selfish. So I think you're just fine with having some distance between you and this person. So you're going to have to, I guess, kind of make the decision as to whether or not you want to hear them out on that apology. Some of you may be okay with, if they do right by you, considering them again. But I think from the majority of you, you're like, pretty sure I wasted time on that person. Yep. All right, let's get a few from. This is the Love Tarot, although I take issue with the name, as it is not a tarot deck. It's Oracle. Come on now. Hello, James. How are you doing today? What else do we have? Not the right time. I'm overwhelmed with responsibilities. I don't have the time or energy for a relationship. I feel like this is how the person from your past who may want to apologize spoke to you before. Like, oh, I can hang out with you. Like we could just be like a situationship or friends with benefits, but I don't have the time for a relationship right now. And yet, they would get jealous if you wanted to connect with anybody else. Oh, weird. That kind of sounds like you want the benefits of being in a relationship without the drawbacks of being in a relationship. That's weird. And kind of like uneven. This is somebody who wanted you to do things, follow rules that they themselves did not have to follow. Or they were quick to say, well, something happened, whatever. Yeah, that's true. You hurt me. Everything that happened hurt me so much. I need more time to heal. I don't like this person. So they told you they couldn't be in a relationship, but they would still get jealous if you hung out with people. Maybe even they got jealous of friends. And then they would have this little like, I'm angry, I need some time to heal. Basically, it just kind of feels like they would manipulate situations to justify being distant when they didn't want to be close. Hello, Redbeard. How are you doing? I like it. And then we get, you're mine. I get so pissed knowing other people can have you now. Is it toxic? Yeah, I don't care. I just want the world to know that you're mine. Even though they know you're moving on, even though they know that you are over it, they still feel like you're theirs. They still feel like they should be able to, have a say in who you're seeing or what you are thinking. Emperor in the reverse got to go. Sometimes you just got to be real straight with it. Don't like them. Did I say hello to Daughter of Saturn? I hope I did. So we've got leadership, teacher, guide, entrepreneur, sharing wisdom, and global. So there's a bird right here. Not sure if you can tell, but there's a bird down here. It's just a little speck. You make a change in your life. You might be the first one to do it. You might be the only one in your family to have this approach to relationships. You might be the first in your friendship group to not put up with this kind of possessive but non-committal energy. You're going to inspire other people, at least one other person, that's going to say, you know what? You're right. I've been conflating sexuality with like intimacy, emotional intimacy. Maybe I need to approach my connections differently. You're going to help people understand a different way to love or to someone, right? Ancestors, guidance, and haunting. Oh my, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just like underscore you really do feel to me like you are the first person in your family to really approach love the way that you are about to approach it. I do think that there have been multiple instances or multiple people that taught you this approach to life. Not just love, but to life, like friends or others. How many people pleasers you got in your family? Just curious. Just curious. What about your mom? What about your dad? Because I feel like this was a generational curse. This was something that you saw everybody else doing, or at least the person that you really spent a lot of time with. And you're like, okay, that's how I get people to like me. I say yes and I do things. And then if I don't like it, I'm just going to like be quiet about it. Not anymore. These are my rules of engagement. And if you don't want to deal with those rules, then you can leave. That's it. That's all. So you've got others in your life that have that pattern, and you are no longer going to do that. And you also have people who have passed over that are excited about you and trying to get you to make this change. So you may be getting dreams, you may be hearing songs that remind you of someone that's passed over, or I don't know, maybe it's butterflies or birds. There's a team rooting for you to leave this pattern behind, to reject what you have been taught. And instead, be true to what you know. Stand up for what you want. They'd be proud of you. So let's get a few from... This is The Truth Is. What else do we have? Hi, Bitchy Tata, how you doing? Oh, I'm sorry about your loss. There are a lot of things I wish were better in this world, and that is one of them. Foster care. Trust issues. What? Who has trust issues? No one here. What are you talking about? No. Look, we all deal with this, okay? Early on, because you go through some difficulty with family. Later on, because you've met some people. We all go through this. But we have to find a way to negotiate through discernment and intuition how we choose the group of people around us and who's allowed in that sphere and who can influence us, right? So the trick is, can you be guarded without being paranoid? Can you protect your heart without booting everybody out of your life? And the answer is, you sure can. I believe in you. Oh, I'm sorry about your loss as well, Brew Kings. Oof. Yeah. If you feel like things are about to change, or if you feel like you're about to pass, I've definitely seen people kind of rethink things, you know? So we've got insecure. Insecurities may be affecting your relationship. I would say insecurities affect most relationships. If I had to put a number on it, I would say probably 80%, 85% of relationships are impacted by insecurities. Now, does that mean they're ruined by insecurities? No. Are they impacted by it? Yes. We all have flaws. We all have things that we wish we could change or things that we are working on. And it's important to be honest with ourselves about those, right? Embrace the things that make you you. Work on the things that you can. But we also have to be cognizant of how insecurities can influence the people that you're in a connection with, whether it's platonic or romantic. If somebody is insecure and they present as very arrogant, what do you know? red flag, unhealed. They're covering up for something that they feel they're not good enough. And that overcompensation probably means that they really do rely on external validation. So you might have somebody who is non-committal because they get their self-esteem from other people removing their clothes. There's better ways to go about it. So I feel this is that Emperor in the reverse energy. Person from the past who couldn't be committed or who didn't want to really put their all into this connection. They're dealing with insecurities. Are you? Probably. But their insecurities led to how they treated you. And they probably wanted to make you feel like it was your fault. That's highly manipulative energy, and you got no time for it. I don't care if I have to spend 10 years hanging out with llamas and cats. I'm not going to spend time with people who don't respect boundaries or don't, understand how to connect with somebody without manipulating them. So we've got a change in your energy that is going to improve upon the relationships that you have in your life and make it so that you don't have to constantly question yourself or feel like you're heartbroken, right? Excellent. Excellent. Yes, this is the meme cat, by the way. Meme, not mean. Although, doesn't look really nice, does he? Are you cuddly just a little bit? No? Okay, sorry. It's Empress, and I called it a him because I thought it was the Emperor. Interesting. I like this, though. You're going to hate me, but this hulking, angry cat, this is you. This is saying you have enough love for yourself to not have to venture into not great territories to get it from people who are controlling or manipulative. You are leveling up. And I feel like this is also about that generational curse. Finding a better way to approach love so that you don't have to deal with all these trust issues. There's a new start for you, the Fool. Huzzah! All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next reading. Toodles.